Hello, I'm Michael Diamond. You're watching Muscle Central. Okay, there's been a little buzz going around that we will see Shawn Rhoden back on stage again this year. Now, everyone knows Shawn Rhoden won the Mr. Olympia in 2018 and hasn't competed since. If he gets on stage this year, it'll be 3 years since he competed. Now, everyone knows Shawn Rhoden has been accused of rape, and there's he wasn't allowed to defend his title. The ones running the Olympia at the time, when these allegations came out, were AMI, and they made a business decision not to allow him to compete. Do I agree with their decision? Probably not, but I do understand them making that decision. Uh, now, problem is, in this country, a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Uh, he hasn't been to trial. That's another issue in itself, that he's being charged, but it's coming close to 3 years and it hasn't been a trial. What happened to our right to a speedy and fair trial? And there's problems with these accusations from the get-go. I'm not uh, professing his innocence, and I'm not saying he's guilty. I don't know. And the way it looks, the courts at some point will make a decision on whether he's innocent or guilty. That's not what I'm trying to do over here. But I'm trying to point out some things that aren't quite right. Now, the woman who's making his allegations is a competitor. I don't know what division she competed in, but she was a competitor. And Shawn was supposed to be like a mentor or a coach or something to that effect for her. Now, this is the weekend of competition. She goes to visit to see Shawn at his hotel room for, I guess, some last minute tips, advice, some inspiration, words of encouragement, whatever it is the mentor or coach provides. That's what she's going for. Now, some might say, "Oh, she's going up to his hotel room. She should expect." Well, you know what? Just because you're going to somebody's hotel room doesn't mean your intentions are to have uh, some sort of fling. Uh, the problem is that this woman has, first off, she has a criminal past. Her and her husband were involved with some sort of bank fraud. That in itself uh, kind of hurt your credibility somewhat. Now, she had a photographer with her. I don't know if it was a male or a female photographer. I think it was a female. But nonetheless, she had a photographer with her. The photographer was chronicling in pictures her journey to this competition, and the photographer was with her along the way. Now, when they got to the hotel room, when she went up to see Shawn, the photographer remains in the lobby. Now, that's what if I have a little problem with. If you're paying a photographer to tag along with you and chronicling your competition journey, why wouldn't the photographer come up to you, come with you when you sit down with your mentor, coach for last minute, whatever you're supposed to do the last few days before a show, discussing all these things? Why wouldn't you have your photographer with you, documenting that in pictures also? That's part of your journey. So that makes me a little bit skeptical. But like I said, I'm not making a judgment one way or another whether he's innocent or guilty. I'm just stating some things that we already know. Now, like I said, after these accusations came out and he was subsequently charged, AMI found it in their best interest not to allow him to compete. So, like I said, I understand that. What happens if he's allowed to compete and even goes as far as retaining the Mr. Olympia, and then trial comes up and he's found guilty? It's not a comfortable situation, to say the least. So I understand where they were coming from. I don't agree with it, but I understand. He is not allowed to compete. Come around 2020, approaching the 2020 Olympia, now he still hasn't even had a court date. He hasn't had his day in court. Like I mentioned before, we have a right to a speedy trial. He's not allowed to compete. He wasn't even allowed to compete in the Arnold Classic. So competing is his way of making a living. And he can't do that. Now, who's going to give him an endorsement contract with this looming over him? His means of making a living is cut off. He can't do it. He can't compete. He's not going to get any endorsement contracts. What's he going to do? He's not been proven guilty. He hasn't even had a trial yet. It'll be 3 years this year since these allegations came out. I'm not sure exactly when he was officially charged, but it was at least 2 years ago, and he hasn't been able to compete or do anything to make a living. Can't get any endorsement contracts, any sponsorships. He's 40. He's 44, 45 years old. At that age, that's considered a little bit on the old side for a bodybuilder, competing bodybuilder. Not many compete at the top level at that age. And add to the fact that he hasn't competed in 3 years. If he's allowed to compete again this year, would he be able to make a successful return to the stage at that age without out of commission, so to speak, for 3 years? Is his body still going to be able to respond like it used to? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's a shame because, the man wins the most prestigious title in his given sport, not allowed to defend the title, being deprived of any way of making money through the sport that he's involved in. He's not been proven guilty. Not been proven innocent either, but he's not been proven guilty. And you know what? A trial comes around, and if he is proven guilty, is proven innocent, it's still going to be a dark cloud that's going to follow him the rest of his life. All right, to conclude this video, let me know how you feel about the things I've discussed in this video in the comment section. Let me know if you think that Shawn Rhoden will compete again this year, and if he does, will he be able to perform at the same level that he did before this at his age with a 3-year layoff? That's about it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share, and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.